Guys, it's a beautiful morning, but it's not a beautiful time for me. I have a very big problem on the farm. A big problem. I mean, way bigger than I ever imagined. And one that you could never imagine would be such a big problem. And I do need help. 100% I do need help. And the reason is because I have tried everything that I think I can. I'm going to be telling you guys what all that is. And I have failed. The problem is still continuing. Yeah. Now, if you guys can see, this is our feed store right there in the background. We're going to get in now. Of course, as we get in, we won't be able to see the rodents, which are the rats, because they run away. Maybe they might even come about because they're really so disrespectful. I mean, proper disrespect. You know, you'll just be standing there and they'll just start coming out. But of course, I'm going to be talking, so they're going to be running away. You just need to be silent and you'll see very many of them. But let me just go inside and show you guys the situation and the possible cause for this problem. So we'll move in. This is our, disinfectant. And this is our ramp right here. So as we get in, of course, our feed store is almost empty, as you guys can see. But we have feed in different areas, and this is maize bran. Okay? So what we do is that we pour some maize bran on the ground, because maize bran, once they do the delivery, if we keep it in bags, it heats up. There's a way it heats up, and then it cakes, Caking is forming stuff like this. This is cake, yeah? But then if it heats up and cakes terribly, this is not bad cake, but it can heat up and cake terribly, and it's like hot, and then it like turns black. It's literally just cooks itself, yeah? So we do this, we spray it around to make sure that, the heat escapes. Right here, you can see we have a few bags of maize. I mean, it's almost done. You guys missed seeing one. There's one that just ran off from right here, yeah? So this is the concentrate that we are currently using. And because of the setting of the store, I mean, I don't have like silos. It simply means that there's so much food for the rats everywhere, as you can see, yeah? So much food. There's a weighing scale here, but I mean, there's quick and easy access. You guys saw the store. Of course, the store was open because I'd first come inside here. But even when we close, I mean, I thought I'd try to make the house rodent-proof, by using iron sheets and things like that. But I think the first rats would get in through the door, other things like that, and it just became uncontrollable. So just yesterday, I tried to make traps, yeah? So this is a trap whereby if a rat comes, this is a sausage. So if a rat comes and it wants to eat, it would move on, flip over and fall. Now, I've seen some of these traps from YouTube, yeah? And I tried to, make them off YouTube. Another one right here. You guys can see it, yeah? So a rat comes, it wants to eat the sausage, chip. No, it would have to come from this side, chip. It would fall in, yeah? And I think a third one right there, but all of them caught nothing, completely nothing, yeah? Nothing. And I mean, there's hundreds of rats on the farm. Now, that wouldn't be a problem if they were just eating the feed. Biggest problem though, they've started eating the chickens. You see, this chicken house, I have 3 chicken houses. This chicken house, which has the second youngest flock that I do have on the farm, probably about 30-something weeks. I mean, a while back, probably a few weeks back or a month back, we started noticing that, some of the chickens had wounds on their necks. In the morning, you wake up and the chickens have wounds on their necks, yeah? And then you're like, what the hell is happening, yeah? So first of all, I thought maybe like a wild animal, some form of wild cat or something like that had gotten or made its way inside. Yeah, but we tried to do as much supervision as possible. We got a lot of wire mesh, placed it on the side of the chicken house, literally did everything that we could, but still none of that helped. Completely, none of that helped. So what we decided to do is that we later noticed that it was the rats, yeah, because the houses are still infested with rats, yeah. And right now, like, sometimes you wake up in the morning and you find 2 or 3, sometimes even up to 7 chickens that have been bitten. I think there's a time we got a chicken whose whole back had been bitten. I don't know if I have pictures. If I do have, I'll insert them right here. I mean, it's really graphic. It looks really terrible. But the entire back had been bitten, yeah, like eaten off. And I think I've probably lost at least 30 chickens or more right now because of that problem. And I mean, that's not something that can go on, yeah? It's completely not something that can go on, and it's something that I need to find a solution for. Now, when I say I have tried everything, I mean everything, yeah? I've tried using baits, I've tried using, poison, proper rat poison, and I think because of the fact that there's so much feed available, both in the chicken houses and outside, it makes it very difficult for the rats to eat the baits, yeah? So you place the bait there, they won't eat it completely. They won't eat it, of course, because bait has a particular smell. Of course, it attracts, but it has a particular smell. But they have something easier to eat, which is the chicken food that we do have around. That's easier for them to feed on, yeah? So they do everything that they can to avoid feeding on the bait, and that has become a problem, yeah? Now, there's a bait, one of the best baits I had been told, but unfortunately I failed to get it in the country. I think it was called Lanirat. Yeah, I was told it's really, really good. I failed to get it around. Apparently, I think the importer had some issues, so they couldn't bring it in. So I believe it's the only bait that I've failed to get, but I've tried like using Indoseed, which is, you know, human medication. It works, but not so well. I've tried to use so many, like all the different rodenticides that you can use. It works, and not so well. And now, of course, there is also another problem, which I also believe is my problem, and that's the vegetation. So the farm has so much vegetation around. Of course, we're growing some crops and things like that. We have a banana plantation right there. You can see the chicken houses. Around the chicken houses, we try to, you know, clean them up, slash, so that we don't have rodents around. But just a bit further out, as you can see, yeah, we have a lot of grass. Now, of course, that's not an ideal situation for someone who is trying to prevent rats. Now, of course, with the banana plantation, that's going to be very difficult because I'm going to keep that there. Again, there's not so many places to hide in the banana plantation because usually the ground is cleared because of weeding, yeah? Now, if we move to my side of the house, which is this side, there's also a lot of, you know, bushes. Now, of course, recently we had maize right there, as you can see. We also had eggplants planted inside here, as you can see them. You can see my house right there in the distance, yeah? But we had eggplants. I can just pick out one. You guys can see them, yeah? So we have some eggplants around the area, but all that has not helped. All that has not helped. Now, of course, what I'm going to do is that in order to minimize this risk and reduce the places where they can breed, meanwhile, you guys can see we are digging a tunnel that's coming from the borehole. We dug a borehole at the bottom, so we're digging a tunnel that's going to take the water up to the tank that we constructed, yeah? So right now, I'm building I've built myself a very nice shed. You guys can see it, yeah? Doesn't it look lovely? So the builders are still working, as you can see. We're putting a stone pavement around the area. And after that, we're going to clear all the bushes. So when the dry season goes away, because the dry season is going to start very soon, we're going to clear each and everything around here, and I'm just going to plant grass, yeah? A lawn. Yeah, I think I've talked about this in a previous video. I'm just going to plant grass, also because there is family and, you know, you want a place for them to play and enjoy, and the kids, and just have fun. I'm going to be clearing all that, this entire place. And once that is cleared, I think we shall be good, yeah? So we shall reduce the risk of rodents hiding inside here, because of course there's a lot of rodents hiding inside here. I mean, sometimes you'll just be seated there. Of course, it's not complete, but sometimes you'll just be seated there chilling and enjoying, and you just see rodents running around, yeah? Really, really terrible. So we're going to be clearing all that and just plant a lawn all around here to minimize that risk. Now, of course, another thing that makes using baits really hard for me is the fact that I do have dogs. Yeah, so you guys can see my dog houses right there. So I do have dogs, and I would love to place baits all around on the outside, yeah? But that also becomes a problem because when you do have dogs, and then you place baits, because the baits are poisonous, and the poison is usually an anticoagulant. I mean, you risk poisoning your dogs, yeah? So I don't want to poison my dogs. It's a very complicated situation for me, very, very complicated. But I mean, the rats are eating my chickens. They're eating my chickens, and I'm going to have to try and do everything that I can, yeah? So right now, those traps didn't work inside the feed store, probably because there's too much feed. We're going to try placing them inside the chicken house itself, yeah? So we're going to try placing the traps inside the chicken houses and see if they will work in there. No, I really hope they will work inside there. I mean, also I'm going to try looking for some other types of poison, yeah? I'm not going to rest until we've got this problem under control, yeah? I'm certainly not going to rest, but again, this is not something that I expected. Completely did not expect. So guys, I know you guys are really brilliant. Some of you have faced such problems before, probably on your farms or in your homes, on your, I don't know, whatever business you're doing or whatever way that you're doing. How have you managed to deal with such a problem? Guys, when I tell you I mean hundreds of rats on the farm, that's what I mean, hundreds, like very many. And I need to find a way of dealing with them, yeah, 100%. Need to find a way of dealing with them. So how can I control them? Yeah, I'm curious to know, yeah? If you have solutions, ways that you think will work, please share with me so that, you know, I can put this problem under control right here on my farm. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, smash the notification bell. That way you never miss out on an upload. Catch you very soon with another video. Lots of love. Bye-bye.